Welcome to the Making Plays Convo with me, J1, head of hip hop for Pandora. This is the place you find out the plays your favorite artists, influencers, and moguls are making and how they do it. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any exclusive content.
Hey,
Bro, what's happening?
what's happening, man? What's good? I'm sorry.
You got people wilding in the comments before you even get in the room.
They're wilding. I get it.
I told them to keep it semi-PG up in here.
Yeah, true lies. I'm gonna need y'all to keep it cool. I know how y'all get. True lies. I'm about to tweet right now that I am live with you. So
Okay.
it's going, bro. Okay, I'm gonna go
Absolutely.
IG live right now, and boom. All right, bet. What's good, bro?
My guy, man, I appreciate you taking the time out to talk with me. This is the Making Plays Convo, and we just going to talk about all the incredible plays you've been making and how you've been making them. But I always like to ask, how are you and your people doing during these times?
We're doing good, man. I just got back to LA a couple of weeks ago from recording in Atlanta, so it feels good to just be home right now and just be with my family, man. It's a crazy time in life right now, but my mom works in the pediatric office, so she's been,
Oh, wow.
helping family out, her whole life. So she's been kind of guiding us through everything since she's really up there front. So how are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Well, first and foremost, salute to your mom for being on the front lines and fighting a good fight, and prayers to her as well that she stays safe out there. But I'm doing good. So you was in Atlanta. You was in my city, man.
You in there too?
Yeah, I live out here. You see, we open.
Yeah, the day I got there, it was the first day quarantine was over, and I'm like, shit. I came back the wrong time.
Yeah, man.
Wrong time.
But yo, you've been making great plays all your life. I mean, started out doing commercials and stuff. Obviously, you did your thing in Mindless Behavior. Opened up for the likes of Justin Bieber, Backstreet Boys, Janet Jackson. Dropped that Poppy Chula EP, man. You even dropped a Christmas project. Christmas in Malibu, yeah.
Mixtape. I was in Malibu. I'm from LA. So I was I just was like out here, and I was just listening to a lot of Christmas music like 2 months before, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna request some Christmas music and drop it. And now I'm working on the new project, the Lowest Lane mixtape, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I know your whole fan base is probably excited about that too. I like Tis the Season. I like Tis the Season and LOVE off that Christmas project, by the way, man.
I mean, I recorded that like a couple weeks before Christmas. I had forgot how they even sound, but
it sounded good. I went back and listened to it.
Thank you.
But obviously, 2020 has been a wild year. So what were you working on before everything kind of got crazy?
I was getting ready to go to Atlanta. I was still gonna go to Atlanta and record. So that still came into play. But I'm just I really wanted to go on tour this summer, which sucks because nobody's told me. But I'm just getting ready to go on tour after this pandemic is over. I'm just making sure everybody's safe, to be honest.
Yeah, no doubt. So have you adjusted as far as like not being able to tour, not really being able to move around like that?
I mean, it's hard because tour is my favorite part. I was like mentally getting ready to go on the road and see the fans, and I did 2 meet and greets, one in New York and one in Chicago. So I was already in the heat of that, getting ready to be around a lot of people. But now, the most people I've been around the past 4 months is like 10 people. So it's mentally it's very different. The studio sessions are different. They like cut it down the amount of people that are able to go in. I haven't seen my family like that, so it's crazy.
Man, how you maintain it, man? Because a lot of people have to account for the mental health aspect of everything that we're going through.
I'm praying, I'm meditating, I'm very religious, very spiritual. So I'm reading my Bible, getting my horoscope every day, just setting affirmations. My affirmation today was to be patient and not procrastinate, which I procrastinated all day, but it's all good. I'm learning So I'm just like setting affirmations for myself and keep going. When I was in Atlanta, I was recording so much that I didn't really have time to think. And a person like me, I'm a Taurus, so if you give us an hour, we will overthink that whole hour. So I try my hardest not to have any free time, or else mentally it would do a lot of damage to me. So just keep them busy, really.
Nah, no doubt, bro. So let's go back to the beginning because you've pretty much been doing some form of entertainment all your life. What got you into it in the first place, like as far as into the TV commercials and all that stuff?
Man, I really just wanted to be like a superstar. I wanted to be on TV. I looked up to people like Michael Jackson and Justin Timberlake and Mark Anthony and just a bunch of, and Bobby Brown, Prince, like so many dope artists. I wanted to do that, and my dream was to be in a group. So the fact that I was able to fulfill that dream felt good. So I just was hustling my whole life, going on auditions.
Man, it's so crazy because I remember when I was doing radio here in Atlanta, you guys had like some sort of in-store. I think it was like at a Walmart or something, or
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the east side. And I ain't never seen nothing like it. It was like pandemonium out there. Did you think like when you initially got into the group that it was gonna be as big as it was?
Yeah, I had a really good feeling about the group. I had the same team that I
Hmm.
had since the group, Dave Scott, Keisha Gamble. I still have my crew with me, so I trusted in them. And they had already did B2K, so I knew like if they could do that, they can definitely do it all over again. And they did it. So I just trusted in myself. I was the first one to join the group, and I was the last one to leave the group. So I really committed to that group like nothing in my life. Like I spent about like almost 15 years of my life in that group. So I just have a different place, a different love for that group that no one else will ever have. No one in the group, no one, the executives, the managers, no one else is ever going to have that love the way I had for it. So it was a great time and so many memories. I have fans from that. So
Yeah, yeah, they still going crazy.
yeah,
Um, but you put out your first solo project last year,
yeah,
which sounded really good. I mean, Perfect World went crazy. That was a
yeah.
phenomenal song. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. And I also like the one. So what was
Oh,
it like? Hmm? I
I
said,
said
what?
thank you, thank you.
No, 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 no problem, bro. So what was it like, being a part of a group for all those years and then transitioning into a solo artist, like as far as your creative process and all that stuff?
It was so organic, to be honest. I wasn't really wanting to go solo. I was so naive. I thought I would be in a group for the rest of my life. I thought I had to settle. And then kind of life hit me and, things started happening. So I kind of just had to think very quickly what I wanted to do. And I just found myself in the studio. And that's when I decided to go solo. And I said, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to really take advantage of social media and just really work hard. So I feel like social media has been a really big help for that.
Nah, definitely. So what are the things you like about being solo and what are some of the challenges?
I mean, what I love about being solo is you have a lot of creative freedom. I mean, I don't really have to go by three other guys on the littlest things.
Mhm.
Um, but I think the hardest part is definitely in the beginning was just recording music. I wasn't used to doing everything by myself. Uh, but that's now the fun part. I love making music now. But I mean, there's a lot of hard parts about it. But all the good stuff kind of outweighs all the bad shit. So I kind of
No
yeah.
doubt, bro. So let's talk about the EP that you're dropping. When can
Lois
we
Lane,
expect it? Yeah, Lois Lane. When can we expect it? And what can we expect from it?
man. Lois Lane's come out later this year. I don't have an exact date, but I'm excited about Lois Lane dropping. It's my favorite project so far. And what can you expect from it? I mean, you could definitely hear a lot of ATL influence. That was my first time ever
Yeah.
recording in another state. I've always all the Mindless records, all my records I recorded in LA. But definitely without me even knowing me, I was in Atlanta for 2 months. Those 2 months changed me so much. Just the culture of ATL and the people and
Yeah.
the cadence of how they talk and the food and the spice, everything about it influenced the music. So you're definitely gonna hear a lot of that from the project. A little Latin music too. I'm excited about that. I'm Mexican, so
Dope.
I'm excited to add some Spanish to that. And but Chew It Up, I'm really excited for about Chew It Up dropping because the video is crazy. Video is crazy.
So were there any like ATL producers that you worked with that you enjoy working with, or
Yeah,
like what was the difference for you between recording in Cali and recording in ATL? Because I'm here, so I get exactly what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. I think it was just the aspect of keeping me on my toes. When I was in LA
Hmm.
recording music, I had the comfort of inviting anybody to the studio because my friends were in the city, my family was in the city. I would go home every night. You know, it was a comfort thing. But when I was in ATL, you know, I was outside of my comfort zone. I really had to stay on top of everything. I was with people I never met before. But I worked with a lot of great people. Jermaine Dupri was one that I
Mm,
worked with. We have a great record together. And
yeah,
Tried Bishop, who really did a chunk of my records.
yeah.
And we Drumma Boy, Pierre, Tricky, like just so many
Oh,
different
you was working with all the goats out here.
Yeah, shout out to Block. Shout out to Block.
Yeah.
That's my crew out there. They really held in on my talent and they put me in the right position and it really challenged myself. I think I wanted to do like 5 to 10 songs before I left. I did like 20 something songs completely.
Damn.
So I did a lot of records.
There's so many people from that group I want to ask you about, but I'm just going to ask you about one. What was it like working with Jermaine Dupri?
Oh my God, it was a life-changing moment. You know, it's one of those moments where it doesn't hit you until you're out of the situation and you really have to think about it. Because
Hmm.
I was there, I was, you know, Jermaine Dupri it was me and him. It was nobody else in the studio, and he was the last person I worked with. And I was going back and forth from Chew It Up rehearsals to him, so I was sore and just I was thinking about the routine and the video that I was recording with him. So I didn't really get to think about it in that moment. It wasn't until on the airplane ride back and I saw the footage and I was just like, wow. It was just a crazy experience. He's so patient with me.
Yeah.
His studio is so sick, so sick. He's just the atmosphere
Yeah.
around it was just it's just dope. And you know me, knowing me, I asked a lot of questions if I wanted to learn something from you. So I was just asking so many questions from you. My favorite artist is Usher, so I just felt like, oh, man, this feels good. It feels good.
Yeah.
My favorite artist is Usher, so that's uh, to be in the studio with JD was life changing. Life changing.
Yeah. It's a lot of history in that studio, man. When you go in there, you see the plaques and the pictures and all that
Oh,
stuff.
took pictures of the plaque.
Yeah.
On the TLC and Bow Wow showed up. I was in the studio. Bow showed up, said what's up. His plaques were over there. TLC, the Brad. I mean, just so many people. Yeah, that's good.
Man, well, I look forward to hearing the project, man. All those heavy hitters that you work with, I know it's going to be crazy. I want to get your opinion on this. Why do you think we don't see that many new male R&B groups like we did 10, 20, 30 years ago?
Yeah,
I feel like Mindless Behavior was like the last of the Dons, last of
yeah.
the big, male R&B groups that really popped off and went global. And then after that, you see some here and there, but they never really blew up the way you guys did. So why do you think that is?
I mean, I think it's just timing for sure. Because after B2K, it was 10 years before Mindless Behavior, not about 15 years. I think it's just about timing, and it's definitely about patience. When me and the boys were in artist development 4 years before anybody saw us, and I feel like
Mm,
now with the downfall of social media is people want everything quick. You know, you say you're an artist, they want a new single, they want a new project, they want a new everything, and if you take too much time for yourself or artist development, people kind of forget about you. So or think you're irrelevant or something. So but that's probably the only thing I could really think of. But I mean, I'm rooting for the next group. To be honest, I love groups. Um, yeah. So I'm rooting for the next band. You know what? I probably want to put one together one day. Probably
oh, okay.
that'd be dope. I think I want to put together like a girl group or a boy group later on in my career though. After I establish myself as a solo artist, uh,
Yeah.
I would definitely want to put like a dope group together. Just because I know what it's like. In my life.
Right. What would you look for in a group? What are the good elements that you think you would need?
just flavor and substance and star power and that thing that gives you chills, but you don't know what it is. Uh, it's just yeah, just a lot of things, just that it factor in. Somebody that's positive, humble. I think that's what really sets a group off is when they're hungry and they're humble.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, we look forward to that too. What do you like doing outside of music?
Man, I'm trying to chill down on the running. I love to run. Like I love to
Okay.
run. Like I ran. I took a couple of days off after the Chew It Up music video because I was. When you see the video, you're gonna understand why I was so sore. And then
Yeah.
my first day back in the gym, and I ran 10 miles straight, 2 hour run on the treadmill. Like,
Damn.
so I'm like, I gotta chill out. My body go give out at 30. So I love to run, and I love to That's right. I love to drive. I love to just get on my. I have a Jeep. Take that roof
Okay.
off. Let's blast my music by myself. I don't want to ride with nobody. I grew up in LA with a mom that didn't drive, so I was always having to ask favors for rides everywhere.
Mm.
Rides to auditions, rides to school, rides to. And when I said I got my car and I got my license, I don't want to ask nobody for nothing. I want to get on my whip. I want to blast my music in LA, and I just want to drive. That's what I like to do.
Nothing wrong with that, bro. So I'm gonna wrap it up on this question right here, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, 2020 has been a wild year. It's been challenging, but it's also been a year kind of to reflect since we can't move around too much and we've had to pretty much sit down. Is there anything that you kind of learned about yourself or just life in general during this time?
Well, I mean, there's two things. The first thing I definitely learned how to maintain my motivation. Sometimes when you're put in a situation where you really can't control it, you kind of lose sight of the dream and you kind of just get straight away. But no matter what happens, like a pandemic or anything, I never lose sight of my vision. It really doesn't. I don't swear. I don't get discouraged. So I've learned that about myself. And I learned how to make some dope ass guacamole. That's like the one thing that I learned. I hated guac and avocado my whole life. Like I hated it. I was like the only Mexican that didn't like avocado. And then something happened on quarantine. I was just like, let's see it. I'm telling you, I make the best. I call it the guacapapi and the guacachulo. It's the best. That's the best.
You're gonna have to put that on a live or YouTube or something like that so we can see
Yeah.
that.
I definitely want to because it's bomb. It's bomb. Like that's what I make it every day now. So those are the two things that I've learned: patience and guac.
I'm not mad at either one of those. My brother, I appreciate you taking the time out to talk with me. Next time you're at ATL, make sure you come through to the Pandora office so we can chop it up in person. But much success to you, man.
I'm actually going to be in ATL next week.
Yo, have your people, connect with me, bro.
I will.
For real. I'll pull up. I have the mask on and everything.
Come through with the mask. Come through with the section. I'll be there.
Nah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Stay safe, man, and keep up all the good work, bro.
Thank you, bro. Stay safe. Peace.
All right, later.